In this problem, we're trying to find the limit of an as n goes to infinity. Okay, so we have an defined by n over n times n plus 1 plus n over n plus 1 times n plus 2. We see that n is the sum of n over the next two terms. So n over n plus 1 times n plus 2. So this is the next term times the next term. So the product of the next two terms. And in this case, it's like we are fixing n and we finding n over the next term until 2n. Okay. So one of the questions that we can ask is how to deal with this kind of this sequence. So we see that we can, if we simplify by n here, we're gonna get 1 over n plus 1, but here we are not gonna get anything. Okay, here we are not gonna get anything. Okay, and if we try to get the limit, if we take the limit as n goes to infinity, we see that this one is 0, this is 0, this is 0, and therefore we get many zeros. But that's not helpful, because that's not how we deal with limits in this case. Okay, so we need a specific term that we can deal with, because when we add in terms or having infinite number of zeros, it's not helpful. Okay, so the idea here is that we will try to rewrite it. Okay, we're gonna find a different expression of this one. So what we can do is we can take the n outside. Okay, we're gonna have 1 over n times n plus 1 plus 1 over n plus 1 times n plus 2, and let's add one more term here, 1 over n plus 2 times n plus 3, and etc. until this last term. Let's do two more terms. Okay, so we're gonna have 2n minus 2 times 2n minus 1 plus 1 over 2n minus 1 times 2n. Okay, here we can decompose this one. It's a fraction here. We can do it here. So here you can have 1 over n, let's see, plus or minus, it should be minus 1 over n plus 1. Let's check. N plus 1 minus n is 1. Yes, so this is this one here. This one next, it's gonna be 1 over n plus 1 minus 1 over n plus 2. This one here, it's gonna be 1 over n plus 2 minus 1 over n plus 3, and etc. until we get here. We're gonna have 1 over 2n minus 2 minus 1 over 2n minus 1 plus 1 over 2n minus 1 minus 1 over 2n. Okay, now we see that we arrived at some form of telescopic sum. Okay, we get rid of the terms by eliminating the previous ones. So like here, this one will go with this one, this one will go with this one, and this one will go with next one here, and this last term here, this one will go with this one, and this one has gone with someone here before. So what we have left is n 1 over n minus 1 over 2n. Okay, which is 1/2, because we simplify by n, we get 1 minus 1/2, which is 1/2. Okay, therefore all this expression it's 1/2. This gives us that the limit for this expression as n goes to infinity is just 1/2. Okay, so without getting into a lot of details, we can just rewrite the expression and get what we need, and that's what we did here. So that means this is a constant, the an from a certain term, a certain order, we will have only 1/2, and that means the limit is 1/2. Thank you.